Knicks fans, yesterday's Mikal Bridges extension just changed everything for the Knicks cap sheet moving forward, and Mitchell Robinson might be the next domino to fall. Seriously, this is not just a standard re-signing, with Mikal now locked into a massive 4-year $150 million extension. The Knicks are officially operating like a team that's all in on a core. And as much as I hate to say it, that core probably does not include Mitchell Robinson for much longer. We're going to break down what this Mikal deal means for the Knicks' future flexibility, how it impacts Mitch's chances of staying long-term, and the underrated coaching hire that could reshape the team's defensive identity this season. Let's get into it. So here's the deal. The Knicks and Mikal just locked into a 4-year, $150 million extension with a player option for the final year and a trade kicker baked in. And the max he could have signed for this summer was $156 million, so he got it right about the max. But if he waited until next summer, he would have been eligible for a much bigger 5-year extension, potentially north of $200 million, even approaching $250 to $300 million depending on cap spikes. So why take less now? Because the Knicks are building something and Mikal is fully bought in. This isn't just about keeping a great player, this is about commitment to a core. Jalen Brunson is locked in, OG is locked in, Cat is still locked in, and now Mikal joins the inner circle of a deal that shows he's all in. But here's the twist. Now that Mikal's number is official, the Knicks are brushing up dangerously close to the second tax apron, with just one more veteran signing to go, and that means someone else might have to go. Enter Mitchell Robinson. He's under contract this season at $13 million and still just 27 years old, but looking ahead, he becomes an unrestricted free agent next summer. And right now, his future in New York has never been more unclear. Look at the depth chart. You recently committed long-term to Karl Anthony Towns. Ariel Hukporti is here on a cheap deal and looks ready to back up. Yabusele can play some small ball 5, and there's even James Nagy potentially going to be developing in Westchester. The need for Mitch, while real, isn't as desperate as it once was, and the financial squeeze, it's realer than ever. As of today, the Knicks are already over the tax threshold and just $3.7 million under the second apron for this coming season. One more big contract and boom, you're locked out of mid-season trades, disabled from aggregation, and also basically strapped in for the ride with no flexibility. So if New York does not plan to re-sign Mitch long-term and dip into the second apron, now might be the time to start exploring trade options. Not because he's not valuable, but because his contract is. What makes the situation even trickier is how well the front office has managed the cap so far. They've stacked the roster with 3 all-star level players, multiple key rotation pieces on team-friendly deals, and of course room to still add one more veteran, likely a wing like Shamet or a guard like Brogdon or Simmons, without hitting the second apron. But after that final signing, the margins get razor thin. The Knicks will likely shift towards a developmental buffer strategy, using two-way deals and G League call-ups potentially to someone like James Nagy as stopgap depth options while avoiding luxury repeater penalties long-term. And it's hard to imagine that will include giving Mitchell Robinson another big contract next summer unless he turns in a career-best season. So the question becomes, do you ride out the year with Mitch as a win-now piece or flip him early while his value is high to maintain cap agility and long-term assets? Now here's something that most fans are not talking about but might matter just as much as a player move. The Knicks are hiring Clippers assistant Brendan O'Connor as a top defensive coach under Mike Brown. This dude is respected around the league for his attention to detail, switching schemes, and ability to optimize personnel. He's been a major part of playoff caliber defensive units in LA for years, and now he's going to be Mike Brown's right-hand man in building out a new identity in New York. And that could directly impact players like Mitchell Robinson, or even whether they can unlock someone like Cat on that end of the floor. With guys like OG, Mikal, and Josh Hart already setting the tone, O'Connor's presence gives this team a real shot at becoming a top 5 defense if everything clicks. So look, bottom line, this Mikal extension signals something big. The Knicks are locking in a core and they're moving full speed towards contention. But that comes at a price, and Mitchell Robinson might be part of the cost. There is a real chance that he plays out this season as a key bench anchor and walks next summer for nothing. Or Leon Rose might decide to get proactive and shop him early while there's still value on the table, potentially at the trade deadline. Whatever the move is, make no mistake, this Mikal deal just quietly set the tone for the next chapter in the Knicks team building strategy. So Knicks fans, what do you guys think? Should the Knicks ride it out with Mitch for one last playoff run, or try to flip him now before it's too late? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and sub to the channel for more Knicks news and updates you will not want to miss. It's been KNYT here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.